Mwalimu Jeff Bama will be introducing the new Setbook, The Floating World by Kazuo Ishiguro. Enjoy and subscribe.
Now, as you've been told, I want to introduce another new setbook that has been introduced as part of the new setbooks by the Ministry of Education. But we have The Floating World by Kazuo Ishiguro. Briefly, I will let you understand that this book is set in Japan. And remember, it is replacing the book we call The Pearl by John Steinbeck. So this is a novel. It is a novel written in prose form. Now, the book is in two recollections. The first recollection is recorded in 1948. And the second recollections is recorded in 1949. For that reason, I will first begin with the first recollection, which is 1948. So in this recollection, we get to understand that the novel begins in an unknown city, that is in Japan. So it is in October 1948 that the book is set in Japan, that is in unknown city. I hope my students are getting this. That the narrator in this particular book is Masuji Ono. The one we call Masuji Ono is the narrator in this recollection. That we are told he is a retired artist that lost his wife and son during the war. The wife and son of Masuji Ono died during the war. And now, in a flashback, Ono reflects. He keeps on reflecting on the previous month's happenings concerning the visit of his older daughter, Setsuko, and her son, Ichiro, who live in a different town. The whole family seems to be concerned about the marriage prospects of Ono's younger daughter, Noriko. So the younger daughter of Ono is Noriko. Because a year before, Noriko had been in marriage. He had been in marriage. Noriko had been in marriage talks with a man named Jiro Miyake. A name named Jiro Miyake. Jiro Miyake. You must also understand that when his family withdrew from negotiations under mysterious circumstances, this is when they hold another discussions about marriage by another man. So Noriko is currently at the start of a new marriage negotiations with a man named Taro Saito. A man named Taro Saito. This is the new man that they hold a marriage discussion with. Now, we are also told that Ono is annoyed because he feels his daughters believe he knows the real reason why the marriage negotiations broke off and is hiding it from them. Ichiro, we are told that Ichiro is fascinated Ichiro is fascinated by a poster for a monster movie that he saw at the train station. And now Ono decides to take Ichiro to the movie the next day. But his sister Noriko says that she has made plans. Setsuko says this, that she will stay with her father the next day, and Ono and Ichiro can go see the monster movie the following day. So as the book progresses in this first recollection, we also get to know that the next day, Setsuko says to her father that it may be wise to take precautions to prevent certain facts about his past from coming into the hands of the Saito family when they investigate the Ono family's background. So the day after that, Ichiro and Ono go to the monster movie. When they go there, I think this is what happens. That on the way there, they run into Taro Saito's father. They run into Taro Saito's father, who tells Ono that he has discovered they have a mutual acquaintance. They have a mutual acquaintance. Ono as well reflects about the past and presents himself at the present in regards to Setsuko's visit. So we also told that he described the time he spent at Mrs. Kawakami's place. We have Mrs. Kawakami. This way. Kawakami. So he and his former pupil Shintaro reminiscent about the old days with Mrs. Kawakami. So Ono also recounts his role in bringing the pleasure district into existence. The pleasure district. That this district is called a pleasure or the pleasure district because of what happens there. That only people enjoy in that place. So as a prominent artist, he had written to the authorities and gotten them to place their support behind a bar called Migi Hidari. This bar is called Migi Hidari. Migi Hidari. What is it meant for? That Migi Hidari bar, this bar that we are talking about here, is a bar that became a place where Ono and his students often drank and talked about the role of their art in building a new great future for Japan. In building a new great future for Japan. Ono also recalls of an incident from his own childhood when his father told him, this is a flashback, when his father told him he would disgrace the family if he became an artist and then banned Ono's paintings. So it was like he was spoiling his talent. But he remembers running into Jiro Miyake. There's a person by the name Jiro Miyake. He remembers running to Jiro Miyake. That now, on hearing from him that he is glad that the president of his company committed suicide to atone for the company's behavior during the war. He also recalls a conversation with Setsuko's husband. Suichi. So we are told that Setsuko's husband is called Suichi. Suichi, as you can see here. That is Setsuko's husband. Suichi. Now, it is clear that as you understand, at the reception, this happens at the reception of the funeral. The funeral after his son Kenji's funeral. That is when it happens. This conversation happens after his son Kenji's funeral. Now Suichi expresses anger over many members of his generation that they were killed during the war, and many leaders who have been too cowardly to take responsibility, have been too cowardly to take responsibility, as we are told, for their role, that is during the war. Now it is their role that made them to suffer. And finally, Honor, we are told he describes his first visit to an old colleague to make sure nothing from his past, nothing and absolutely nothing from his past gets in the way of Noriko's marriage. He visits his old friend, and we are told that his old friend is Matsuda. That is the one that he visits, Matsuda. His old friend Matsuda. Matsuda. He visits him. And why does he visit him? He has been ill. This friend has been ill in the Arakawa district, the district that is called Arakawa. The friend has been ill. So Matsuda, who has been ill, tells him that he will be sure to say only kind things about honor. Now, as you understand, this is the first recollection, and still we have the second recollection. It is just a general summary or a synopsis of this book, but under the first recollection, as I said, in 1948. In my next video, I will look at the second recollection in 1949. Thank you for your time.